To the latest situation in Ukraine as Russia pushes forward with its military attack. This is a live look at the capital city, Kyiv. Ukraine's president says the country's fate is being decided right now as we speak, folks. Russia's assault is threefold here, hitting by land, sea, and air. But the Ukrainian forces are not backing down at all, with more military-age civilians stepping up to fight, including the mayor of Kyiv joining forces as well. And new tonight, sending aid to Ukraine. The White House is asking Congress for $6.4 billion in funds, and we're told that money would be used for security and humanitarian assistance. And here in Metro Atlanta, people with loved ones in the thick of that fighting over there, praying for their family's survival. And that includes Yuriy Babak. He's the vice president of the Georgia branch of the Ukrainian Congress Committee, and he says his entire family are out there hiding out in Ukraine as air raid sirens are heard on their phones as well. He spoke with our 11 Alive's Paulo Cerro tonight and about Russia's invasion in Ukraine. She joins us live from Centennial Olympic Park.
Yeah, Ron, you know, as you can imagine, it's been an unsettling but also busy time for Yuriy Babak. He tells me he tries calling his family in Ukraine every 30 minutes or so to check in on them. And in between each of those calls, he's also trying to raise awareness and raise funds for his home country.
Very stressful, very emotional. Yesterday I slept 2 hours.
Yuriy Babak lives in Georgia, but his heart and family are in Ukraine.
It's scary. Well, while you dial them and waiting them to answer, the thoughts in your head is like, is it too late or are they just sleeping right now?
His father works at a power plant and has continued to work while Russian forces invade Ukraine by land, air, and sea.
He is right now doing the shift, even though it's like extremely dangerous to be there because that's what Russians try to bomb and attack first to destroy the infrastructure.
His mother hoping to find safety in her own home.
They get the warning, like bombing warnings from time to time. So it's just like, to the basement, up, to the basement, up.
Babak, who hasn't seen his loved ones since before the pandemic, hopes the war will be over soon, but fears it's just the beginning.
Russia is trying to force Ukraine to love Russia. That's not how it works. If it's not mutual, it's not love. It's an abusive relationship there between Russia and Ukraine.
His nonprofit organization, the Ukrainian Congress Committee, started raising money 2 days ago to help the Ukraine military and civilians. But he says people need to do more.
Ukraine is fighting against second largest army in the world, and they're doing very good for now. We implemented some sanctions, but they really don't do nothing. So Russia must be disconnected from SWIFT, the personal sanctions against the top heads of Russia and their kids, revoke their visas from America.
So, Paulo, at this point, what are some ways that people can actually help his organization as well as Ukraine during this time?
Yeah, Ron, we have a link to their fundraiser on our website. They actually raised nearly $13,000 in just 24 hours. But also what they're asking for right now is simply support. So there's a rally out here at Centennial Olympic Park at noon Saturday. And we have that information on 11alive.com as well. Ron?
Okay, Paulo, thanks a lot.